Hello everybody and welcome to another one of my videos. This is XOStuff and today I'm going to be bringing you a small video on Kingdom, the game about, well, obviously running a kingdom. So I've got mixed feelings about this and I'm going to try to review it as soon as I can. The idea is that the game is very simple and it's on PC form now. I actually played it like quite some years ago. I think like 2 or 3 years ago. I'm not sure actually. It was at that time it was on a website I think, and you could play it online just like that. So the main point of the game is that you start off a lonely king or queen on a horse, and you will be able to build your empire, so to say, or your kingdom, by just managing these peasants that you see here. So this is going to be a bit hard for you guys to understand. The point is that I'm actually running a kingdom that is on day 15. As you can see, it's Roman numerals. The game is also lagging a bit, which is really interesting to say the least, because of the fact that, well, generally it's just a 2D game, not even a platformer. It's just a side-scrolling game, and the point is that you just have some peasants. The graphics are pixel graphic, as you can obviously see. So there's not very much to it, and still it's lagging sometimes, especially when the monsters get generated. So I will talk about how the game works. The point is, because I did start and I got sidetracked as usual. The point is that you start off just a lonely king or queen. You ride on this horse. You can also run faster with it if you hold down the shift button. Just use the left and right arrow keys to go either to the left or to the right, and the down arrow key to drop some coins. As you can see now, these are the monsters that are attacking me, and their idea is that they want to steal my stuff, generally steal my crown. As you can see that the queen has a crown, the king also has a crown, obviously. So the point of the game is to defend against these motherfuckers who will try to steal your crown, and thus you will lose. Also you can attack, and the game isn't easy for starters. I mean, when you will start playing this game, you won't actually understand what exactly is it that you have to do, and in which order. You do need to play through it a couple of times in order to understand. Now, I messed this up. As you can see, the monsters got into my defenses, and here are the bigger ones, the flying ones, which actually only come beginning with day 15. Yeah. Let me just start a new game so that you guys can see that. Here they are attacking again, and I don't think that I will actually survive this attack because I made a mistake of yeah. So there it is. I lost. I was going to restart the game anyway because this wouldn't have worked. So yeah, you just find guys in let me see if I can restart. Yeah, there it is. You just find peasants in the woods to the left or to the right of your base. You pay them with 1 coin each, and that's how you recruit them. After you've recruited them, you can pay further coins to either buy archers. Wait, yeah, I'll let you guys have the intro yourselves if you're going to pick it up. So you can use coins to either buy archers, as I will show you now. Here, the archers are going to hunt wildlife for you, and each wildlife, like the rabbits, are going to generate like 1 coin, something like that. Here's a camp in the woods of people that I recruited, and that's basically just the beginning of the game. Later on in the game, you will need to you will need to build farms, because hunting alone won't be everything. It won't be enough, right? So also you can buy hammers, which makes builders, and the builders are needed to build buildings, obviously, and to man the catapults, which is very important. You also have catapults in the game, which you can get, like, I don't know, I think like after day 3 or 4, if you had a very good economy. These archers aren't very good, as you can see. They take quite a lot of time to hunt. And it's also luck based, right? Because everything is, not everything, but a lot of this game is generated. And that means that sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not lucky, because in the woods there are also special buildings or merchants that you can find, and yeah, those are going to help you get better at the game. No, give the coin back, you mother. Yeah. So there are different strategies that you can use to better understand or have more success with the game. What I'm going to tell you guys now is just like a bit of basics that you need to know. The idea is that you can clear trees, and they also generate a bit of gold, but they cost like 1 coin to clear a tree. But after you've cleared the tree, the last tree towards the camp, like this camp is going to disappear. So you probably don't want to do that to all of the camps, right? Because in order to kill the portals from where there are portals, by the way, from where the monsters spawn, you need to advance your society enough so that you can use your army to destroy the portals. But if they are too far away, your army won't get in time to the portal. Night will come, and then they will get most likely destroyed by the monsters. So you have to balance expanding with recruiting new people and with building new buildings. It sounds, I mean, the game looks and plays very simply, but it's actually a lot more harder than it actually sounds, right? Because managing the economy, like the costs, and also taking into consideration the fact that all of this is randomly generated, or not all of it, but a large portion of the game is randomly generated, is getting your head around the concepts is not that easy as it sounds. It should be easy in theory, but it's actually not. Look at these archers. I mean, they're really not that good, right? So I've got one guy here. The point is to try to recruit as many peasants as possible and then use them. But getting back to the expansion, if you destroy these camps that are near you, you can see that I have, like, right near to my base 2 camps which generally generate around 2 to 4 peasants every day, right? So that is nice. So that is obviously something that you need. Oh, also you get, like, at the beginning of the game, a couple of what the hell was he building? Oh yeah, he was repairing it. At the beginning of the game, you get like a couple of chests. You always get a chest in the dawn of the day, but they won't be filled like they are now later on, right? So yeah. But managing the economy with expansion and being fast enough so that you get enough people, also you arm them, and you don't destroy the nearby camps, which are used obviously for recruiting people, is pretty damn hard. I'm not going to say anything about that. I should get a second builder, I think. Right. So yeah, this guy expanded. As you can see, I cleared this forest. Now I can build my second tower over here. I think tomorrow or even today. Maybe it's going to work today. I don't know. You can also build towers, as you can see on these rocks. And towers are basically good to have. I wonder why I can't build this. And you can build farms on these little yeah, rivers, so to say. It's interesting that I can't actually build there, but yeah, tomorrow I'm going to send my workers in the morning so that they get those. You can upgrade your camp, and then it will gradually be better. Yeah, obviously it's going to obviously be a lot better in time. So there's nobody here. Also, going out into the night to recruit people doesn't make any sense, since the monsters are most likely going to attack them, and you just, you know, lose the coin, because the monsters have, as you've seen at the beginning of the video, they run off with the coins that you gather. So there is some strategy involved in it. I'm not going to spoil it all, because that's like the fun of the game, you know, to find out the strategy on your own. But there is some strategy, and you should consider you should just consider the fact that the game is quite hard and you won't be able to beat it on your first try. I mean, I think I've needed like 5 or 6 tries. Good, so that's enough about how the game works. Let me just talk about how I feel about the game. Now, the reviews on Steam are a bit mixed, although this game did sell quite a lot, quite a good amount of copies. But the reviews are mixed because of the fact that everybody sees a missed opportunity. You know, like this, the commands are minimalistic. You can only, like, you can't take the bow back from this archer and tell him now you won't be an archer anymore. You'll be a farmer or you'll be a builder. No, that does not work. So you need to just think ahead, plan ahead of everything that you're doing, and yeah, don't waste your money and your time and your humans, which are the biggest resource, if I'm honest. You know, just play safe, play smart. I can't actually build this, which is really funny, but I will clear these trees. I'll go and recruit some people. Here, just kingdom. Looks nice and shiny. Yeah. Also, the horse gets tired if you run him for too long, so you will have to get used to braking, you know, like stopping. Is there another guy here? Yes. Get used to like stopping in time and not wasting his breath, because if he gets tired, then he is going to require a lot of time to get fit again, to be able to run again. Right, so back to the game. So the point is that you can't really actually can I build here now? Yes, I can, finally. And I needed this because it wasn't going to be easy to defend this night. Yeah, back to the game. Okay, I need to upgrade that. So the commands are minimalistic, the gameplay is minimalistic. You have to think ahead of everything. You can't just, you know, go ahead and do whatever you want in whichever what's it called, in whichever order you want it. And a lot of people are, you know, they're not specifically enjoying this aspect of the game, although I think that this is what makes it unique and interesting. Like, for example, upgrading this rampart here. This was most likely a okay, it wasn't, but it could have been a big mistake on my part, because I only have the 2 builders and they were supposed to come from all the way around the other side of my camp in order to get there, right? So that's not that's a bit of risk taking. So a lot of people like the fact that you can't actually really micromanage everything after you've done something. A lot of people don't like that. I personally enjoy it, or I have enjoyed it, at least at the start of the game. So I'm not complaining, to be honest. But I do think that the game lacks a bit of depth. If you look at the achievements, you can there are various achievements, including winning within 25 days, or surviving for 100 days. Now, the game doesn't even make it clear that you have to win. You have to destroy the portals at first. So there's a lot of exploration and discovery going on in this game, which isn't necessarily bad, but it's not very good either, so to say, right? It should be a bit more specific about what you can do, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, if you understand what I'm trying to say. Yeah, now I can have farmers, and I'll probably need them after day. Actually, I think out of my previous playthroughs, I had farmers on day 3, which means that I've actually been doing worse in this one. But I am talking to you guys, so I'm just going to blame you. Right. So, what could be improved? More unit diversity, goals. You know, like the exploration itself is interesting, but if you're somebody that doesn't take risks and just thinks that he should just be, you know, staying in his own camp and not doing anything anymore, it's going to be hard to actually understand what the point of the game is and how to better. I'm taking a risk here now, but I have to. Where is the rampart? Oh, it's over here. This is quite far away, actually. If you're somebody that doesn't know that he has to take risks and go out of your own camp, then you'll never understand how the game works and what you're supposed to do, which is recruit, explore, because again, there are some merchants in the woods, there are some buildings that you can use, and that is not made clear. So you require like at least a couple of hours to understand that. Nobody explains it to you. Actually, that was a mistake because I can't actually expand, but what I can do is, you know, like make some farmers and have them come back, because the difference between the level 1 farm and the level 2 farm is that the level 2 farms provide fire for the night, and your farmers don't feel like they need to go back to the home base, which makes it a lot faster for them to gather gold to farm, essentially. Yeah, so providing a bit of pointers of objectives would be nice. Some new game modes would also be nice. And obviously the best thing that I think should be put into this game are new unit types, more types of buildings, or ramparts or towers or whatever, or farms, maybe even mines. Why not have mines? You know, like there's a wonderful opportunity for you to have mines. Maybe introducing a second resource could work. I'm not sure. Maybe, like I said, a second resource, as in, you know, like food or iron to make special weapons. The point is that the game gets a bit boring after, you know, you've played it through once, or you've managed to succeed to hold out for like a bigger amount of days. Come on. Okay. And also taxing could also be something that could be introduced, because if you have a stable and powerful economy, your main, you know, like you're going to produce a lot more gold than you actually require, which does mean that probably the game designers thought of it like as a defense, because you can go ahead of the monsters before they attack your city and just drop your coins down so that they leave, because basically each monster wants to attack your men or you yourself because they want to steal something from you. And it could also work, for example, you know, like put in a bit of taxing. Like the more men you have, the more taxes you have to pay, or the less gold you generate. Like just like Warcraft had, you know, like Warcraft generated Warcraft 3, if you guys know Warcraft 3, the strategy game. Your miners generated less gold when you had a higher population, which kind of made sense, you know. Then there's feedback. as you can see there, the game is two-dimensional, so you can either go to the left or to the right, and you can never know if something went wrong like later on in the game when your base really expands a lot. You can never know if anything actually went wrong there, right, on the other side. So maybe some feedback, as in I don't know, messengers or stuff like that. A gold chest in the middle of your town could also be put there, and then like you could have some specialized peasants which are tax collectors, you know, like they just go around collecting your gold, the gold for you, and they bring it to the middle of of your camp. And yeah, that could also work, right? I mean, why not? That could be something interesting. So I can only build here, but it's really far away, so I'll put it here, but after day 5, and I'll maybe explain to you guys why in another video. I'm not trying to make a gameplay or a walkthrough or a gameplay, like a let's play playthrough video. I'm just trying to make a, yeah, what's it called, a review. Exactly. As you can see, my English hasn't gotten any much better in the last years that I've been that I have stopped working on the YouTube channel. But yeah, you guys can understand that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Back to the point. Kingdom has lots of potential. I mean, you could theoretically make the game a bit more complex, and that could raise, like, every new feature that you add to the game or functionality could actually raise the playthrough amount by, I'd say, 25 to 30% for each individual player. Sorry. So yeah, that's my opinion of it. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. I know I've enjoyed making it. Thanks for watching and listening, and hopefully I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.